Now, excuse me for a second, everyone. I just got to get this finalised, you know. Hey, is that better? Welcome, EJB Modding. How are you, bud? All right, welcome, everyone. Okay. So, I need to get that special fitting for that for when we go out next time. All right, people, welcome back after that rude little interruption. So, yeah, sorry about that, but I just learnt something new today that I didn't think was going to be, like, happening. Gotta love Telstra, don't you? All right, crew, well, here we are. Pub test, how are you, mate? I don't know whether this is Twitch or Telstra. Pub test, to be quite fair. Welcome to everyone on YouTube. So, yes, don't know what's going on here. But anyway, we're back, and that's all that matters. We have... Hey, Pubby, I'll give you a call after the stream, mate, because I just found out something really interesting about what we were speaking about today, bud. All right, Agent Cal Gibbs, how are you, mate? Thanks for coming in. Good to see you on YouTube. Now, we've got to glue all of this together. So, that's probably going to be easier said than done, right? Thankfully, we aren't going to seal this off, so we can't glue it, right? And still very laggy though, isn't it? Can't really do 1080p, can it, with two things going at once, pub test? Yes, might have to change that, I think. What's it like on the other platform though? Much the same. Yeah, it is pub test, isn't it? I don't know why that's doing that, bud. Like we said, I think it might be Telstra, buddy. Anyway, is what it is. I'll have to go and have a look at that. See, this is the issue with StreamYard, Pubby. You can't regulate your like output on the stream. So they do it for you. So I think they're a bit out there. You know what I'm saying? So, hey Kramit, how are you, bud? Hey, Pubby, can we have a shout out for Kramit, please, bud? How are you, Kramit? Good to see you going to TwitchCon, mate. All right, mate, thanks for coming in, Kramit. Good to see you. Now, right, the reason why I've decided to glue this together today is because we have a strong westerly blowing, which means that the fumes will be going away from me. So, okay, now, this is going to be the bottom section, and like I said to you, so what's the best way to do this? Okay, so we're going to stainless steel nut and bolt there, 60 mil. Stainless steel nut and bolt there, 60 mil and 60 mil, good. So I think the first thing we should do is I think we should glue this in. Come on. Right. We'll glue this one in first, because that way I can't really get it wrong and it'll glitch it through. Okay? So, hey Charlie, how are you, bud? I built a bimini for the kayak, matey. So what a bimini is, it's like a bit of protection from the sun and the like wind and that sort of stuff. Oh, thank God, no fumes. Excellent. Now, Charlie, are you a royalist? I was going to ask you this. Are you a royalist, bud? Who would have thought that plumbing skills would help you out in a marine situation, you know? Glue that, put that in there. Lovely, that's a nice solid set. Chuck that in there. We've got our angle now. Excellent, just like I bought one. Now, okay. Well, the world's mourning, Charlie. So, although knowing how much of a sports fan you are, you're probably mourning that the Premier League's been cancelled, bud, yeah? Right. So, okay. So what we've done is we've glued this one. Now what I think we should do is glue these two, right? And then what we can do is glue that to that, and then that way we really, like, you know, can't get it wrong. And then what we will do is glue these two, right? And then what I will do is just glue that and that to push that onto there. Although no, I'd probably better off be doing that and that, I think. So, yeah, I am, Charlie. That's this, bud. So basically what's going to happen, Charlie, is see this one here, mate? This one here is going to go on top of it, buddy, about like this. Right, but on top of these two. So that's going to slot into here, right? And then that way we've got this at the back. That'll cover most of what I've got there from what I've got planned here, right? Although, no, I couldn't do that anyway. And then, yeah, we'll just work it out from there. So hopefully we can do this. Okay. Now, right, so or what we should really do is probably this, I think. We'll make that a bit easier for us. Pull. Right. Oi, oi. Okay, so what I'll do is, I'll glue these into here, right, like so, and then that way what that'll do is that'll actually get the correct angle on it. Oh no, been using it non-stop on a 7-kilometre length job, Barry. Baz, what are you doing, mate? That's the primer in there and in there. Beautiful. Now what we'll do is prime our tool. Which one was it though? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was it. All right, bring that in here. Trenching 20 to 30 metres. Well, mate, thanks for keeping the country going, Barry. A plumber's work's never done, eh? Right, we'll just cover that so it doesn't evaporate. Now, yeah, I tell you what, you never get used to the smell, Barry, do you? So, don't need too much, just need to give it a nice thin coating. Is the picture still clear, puppy? That's right, mate. Oh, yeah. Rightio, let's get that in there now. Okay, so that's going to go good in there like that. Beautiful. So what we've done here now, right, is we're just going to hold that in there. So that's actually our T-piece frame. We're not going to glue this one because we're going to screw that in. Right, I'll get a drill out later. Okay. That's all right. Yeah, so what'll happen is that won't flex as much once I've got that in there. Right, so let's work this out, shall we? Bring that down here. Oh, it's a bit easy. Oi. Right. Just, oh, do you, mate? So how do you do that? Obviously with a machine, yeah? I mean, they wouldn't expect you to do that, would they? I just don't want any of this thinner to go onto the kayak for obvious reasons. Right, bit of primer. Never hurt anyone, they said. Yeah, mate. That's one thing that you don't want to make contact with, you know. Just quickly get this in here now. It never smells any better, doggy, I'll give you a tip. This stuff's a bit old, it's not as thin as it should be. Great. So we bring this back here, we bring this into here like that. That's good. So that's set in there, nicely done. Let's just bring that back here a bit. Someone bought a Milo tin for Christmas, from as you can hear there. Right. So, that's all good. Now, what we'll do here, right, is we'll do this last one in one hit. So what I've got is, I've got the right angle here. Just going to give that a few minutes to set. Right, we don't want that to slip down or anything, but it shouldn't do. Right, but while this stuff is, you know, that's always the way, mate. It's a bit like a chef that, you know, works all night at the restaurant. Last thing they want to do is come home and cook, you know. So, all right, so that picture's much clearer. Righto. So, now what I'm going to do is, come on, right, stay there. I'm going to do this one at a time, right, come on, get out of there. Going to do this one at a time. Oh. Our first fatality. No, that's all glued in beautifully. That's all glued in beautifully. Right. That's all glued in beautifully. Okay, so, just excuse me again. Hello, Thumbtack. How are you, bud? How's your day going, mate? You good? We're gluing it all together, mate. We're tempting fate, Thumbtack. Hey, don't do that. Bit too much on there, I think. Right, do not touch the kayak with that because it's a solvent. Hey there, Huntress, how are you, mate? We're gluing it all together, mate. We're taking the plunge. So stick around, mate. Just about to make magic happen. Famous final words, mate. No, mate, we've measured everything up, bud, and this is the beauty about using the PVC pipe and that sort of stuff. If we make a mistake, we just buy some more. Now, what I'm doing is I'm trusting a few things here because I'm going to do one side, right, and then I should be able to flex this through on the other side, you know. So we'll just see how we go. Oh God, what up, mate? It's September, the spring comes out, brings out all the rev heads, you know. Right, so that goes into there like that. That goes into here like that. Voila. Now we just hold that in there, hold that in there, hold that in there. And what we've got is we've got our frame, people. This is good. I'm glad we put the T-piece in first to hold it all level, right? So, that's all good. Now we've got one more to do. And then what I'm going to do is, I've got enough flex in that to get it going. So just excuse me for a second. Hey, Pubby, I found out what the trick was with what we spoke about today, bud. How was your stream, Huntress? Was it good? Oh dear. Pub test? Really? Really pub test? All that for that? The anguish and the heartache? Now this is the back of the bimini that we made, right? This is not the top part. That's going to be something else that we're going to have to do in a second, right? That's going to be the hard bit because I've got to get everything right with the angles, you know. So let's just same old story when you do this. Don't rush, you know. So, all right, no solvents on the kayak at all. Good. Stay there. That's set, which is good. Bring that in here. Bring that in here. Protecting our investment. There we go. Now, the tough part. Oh. And it doesn't hurt to give it 10 or 15 seconds to cure, you know. But I don't need to tell Barry that, he knows. Right, nothing's dripping on the kayak. Good. Right, let's get in there. Yeah, it's something like that, thumbtack, bud. But you know, like I said, we only have to do this once. We're going to screw in a stainless steel nut and bolt there. Right. So that way we don't have to plumb that in, obviously, because we'll never get it off the kayak and it'll be virtually impossible to transport. Right. Alright, let's go. So we just put that in there, like so. This in here, like so. Dun da da! I do believe we've done it. There we go, people. Beautiful. I'm just going to hold that in place there for a second. Right, now the other good thing about this is, right, what I can do is I can actually show you how it's going to look on the kayak. That's pretty good, I think. So see this? That's basically the back of it. I did have it lower here before, but when I sort of moved the seat forward here, because it was lower, if I was standing in that, I wouldn't be able to get under it and see what's at the back. So what I did is I made it just about 12 centimetres taller, and what that did is that has allowed me to basically work from a kneeling position here and get over the seat. So what I'm going to do is, this is actually going to be enclosed across here like this. I've got a plan for this which I'll show you a bit later, okay? Right, so that's all good. Well done, crew. I mean, fam. We haven't got it on the water yet, so we can't call everyone a crew, you know? So... Flames, I don't know about that, Thumbtack. I don't want to get too excited, bud. Right, so what we'll do is we'll just give this a few minutes. Right, one of the basic mistakes, especially when people do retic, is they'll close everything off and then they'll try and push it together, right? Not realising that when you seal everything, it puts pressure in your pipes and it doesn't, it sort of pushes them apart. So with this, luckily, we've got the opening here, you know? So... All right, now, the other thing I've got to do too is I'm getting some stickers made up of people that have been in the community for a long time. But this is good because now I can enclose this, right? Brilliant, 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 brilliant. Now, hey Steve, how are you? Jam, how you going, mate? And like I said, we're just going to get a 60mm stainless steel nut and bolt in here. We'll probably use a nylock nut for that. Right, now, if all goes well in a perfect world, come on, good. All right, people, so there we have it. It's done. Magic has happened. All right, and then basically this is how it's going to look on the kayak here. Right, and then this, that's the back of the kayak. And then this is going to go on this here. Whoops. And then I'll be able to stand underneath it, you know. So what we're going to do is, let's just take this one off. Right, like that. Let's bring that here. So that's good. Oh yeah, let's just leave that there for a second. Right. So, that's pretty solid, people. When we match that up with the other one, that's going to be pretty solid. I just hope the dog doesn't attack it, you know. Now, yeah, good mate. We're gluing it all together, Steve. Right, so this is how this is going to roll at the front. So, right. That's what happens when it's not glued together. Right, so, yeah, see this is the headache that I've got, people, right? The America's Cup. Basics, Jimbo. If that's paper, it's not going to let you seal, man. What are you doing? I mean, it's a long time I've been since I've worked with a plumber. It was years ago. what I might do is just send the dimensions to the people at KAYAKS2FISH and go, get some of these made, will ya? Fishing biminis. Right, that's a bit better. Righty, let's have a look. Yeah, much better. Ah, great. Okay, so. Oh, yeah, something like pub test. Specially made measurements. We've got to test them first. I've got to make sure I don't flip over, you know. So, okay. Right, so first thing we've got to do is, right. No, come in. Right, okay. Now, simple basics here. I'm going to do this one at a time so I don't mix them up because they're slightly offset. Once again, you never want to get solvent on something that's plastic, fam. Right. So let's go there. Right. Oh yeah. So let's get this done here. I like doing this handy person stuff, like making stuff myself, because you can tailor it to what you want, you know, and then you always like reassess, you know. Rightio, let's bring that in here. That one belongs in there, like that. Okay, so that's set beautifully. Now, let me just bring that here. Hey there, DJ ESP. Check this out, bud. We've got 1/2 of our bimini for the kayak done, DJ ESP E-Strong. Can we have a shout out for Twitch's newest hippers, DJ? Puppy? Right. Check out this, DJ. I just plumbed this together. Look, this is the back of it. This is the back of it, mate. This is made out of 50mm plumbing pipe. Okay? So, come on. That's the back of it, DJ. Look at that. So this is basically where we're going to put the covers down so that our technology doesn't get hot from sunlight. Okay? I did actually have it shorter originally, but I didn't allow, I didn't allow for the fact that the seat needs to go down, if you know what I mean. So, right. Now, right. Okay. There we go, that's the back of it. Yeah, mate, so now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get the front one done, which is, so basically 60mm stainless steel nylock nut and bolt in there, and then 2 of them in here, because you've got to have a little bit of flex, you know. What happened there? Did I forget to glue one or something? Oh, I know what I've done. No, that's all right. I know what I've done. That is a sleeve on top of there. Whew, that was close. They don't make them like the old days, do they? Right. Actually, you know what? That's probably not a bad idea. I'll nylock that. That way, if I ever have an issue with any of the components, and like, because they're likely to get smashed against trees and that sort of stuff, yeah, that's a good idea. And that leaves me a little bit of room for error, see? So I'll nylock nut that as well, and then that way, if that ever smashes, I can just unscrew it, peel that off, and away we go. And that saves me redoing the whole section. Good idea. What up, people? Right. Come on. Right. Might have enough left on this one. Hey, I do. Never realised it went so far. Right, good work. I'm not, Charlie. It's going to stay that colour. So yeah, I'm not going to bother painting anything, mate, because there's not much point really, because it's going to get covered with an outside protective, like, you know, film anyway. Right. Alright, there we go. Give that 15 seconds to set. And then what we'll do is here, jammy. Right. Great. That's awesome. So, what I should do now really, before we, because that's the crucial join there, all right. That's the crucial join there. No, not that one. That one. Like Daz to Dan said, measure twice, glue once. Exactly. Right. Yeah, I don't have it on here, mate. I've got a very thin film, so that probably would have got me before, you know what I mean? Rightio. I mean, even the aluminium alone to make this in 50mm pipes, not cheap, you know what I mean? So hence I use PVC. And plus it's a lot more manageable, people, you know. Let's just get that in there. Keep that away from the kayak at all times. Bring that in here. Right. Right, lovely. So that's set in there now. Oh yeah, great way to do it, DJ. We did that on the old game boats in Perth, you know, with the marlin and that sort of stuff years ago. Friends of mine, we made them up. And the thing is too, when they get smashed, you just replace them, you know what I mean? Right, we'll just leave that there. I'll bring this one here. That's got to come out like so. And then this needs to come over here. That needs to get taken out. Not like rugby league taken out, you know what I mean, but just taken out. Good. Bring that in here. Yep, both sanded good. And the other thing is too, DJ, like I said, mate, you know, you can make this stuff, right, just with a bit of nous and a bit of patience, you know what I mean? With the patience being optional. Rightio, so we just get a very thin sliver, about 10 mil at the top of the pipe, because when we push it down, it's just going to sit there, right, like that. Bring that in here like so, bring that in here and join that beautifully. Voila. Now, hey Frady, I've never seen, oh that's right, I've never seen a Hobie, oh yes I have years ago, but I haven't seen a recent one, Frady. So this is a, I'm guessing this is a similar type product, but a lot more affordable, because I know Hobies aren't cheap, you know. Alright, that's alright, that's the insurance. Oh. Actually, that was good because that gave us a little bit of, yeah, a little bit of flex, which is good. Now, this is the tough part, right? Because what we've got to do, okay, is I've got to glue these so they're relatively in line, but I've got to glue them. I've got nothing else to put them on. So here, right. So, I think the best thing to do, right, is glue one, push it in here because you can't stuff that up, surely, right, and then we'll do the other one last. So, there. Yeah, someone came in yesterday and said they bought a like a Hobie sail kayak or something, and then I looked at the price. It was $11,500 US or something. You know, whoa, hello. Right, that's good. That's way out of my ballpark. So let's just do a thin bead there, because we have to key this in because this is most of the structure, you know. Right, there. Bring that in here. Come on, settle down, easy, easy. Good. Bring that in here like so. Voila. Okay. What's that, Frady? The thing is, I've got to line it up with this, mate. And you've got to remember, this is not necessarily going to be square, if you know what I mean. So what I need to do is I need to get this in here reasonably. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to plonk this other one in here, right, like that. Just going to plonk it down and then push them in, and then what they'll do is they'll be like plumb with each other, if you know what I'm saying. So, yeah, but see, this is what I'm saying, Freddy. These holes here, they're like moulded into the kayak, mate. These aren't necessarily square because there's a bit of play in them, right? So, now, let me put that over here. Right, now that needs to cover that because that's where it's going to drip. Yeah, if I was trying to get them straight, yeah, no dramas. But see this, look, there's about probably, I don't know, 10 centimetres of play at the top. So when I put them in, I've got to push them right in and just get them flush with each other, you know. Now, it's like when you've when you see someone do a brick wall with a level, and then someone else does it with like a plumb line. It's still square with itself with the plumb line, but it's not really technically square, you know. A little bit of primer. Okay, now the dog's playing up again. Right, so that's in there. Come on. Right, we'll just get a bit on top there. Yep, make sure you don't miss any of that. Right, then we'll get this in here. All right. Now, as long as I get this square, the other one I can do on the ground like you said, mate, you know? And then I only have to worry about gluing the last one in. Right, good. So, that goes into there. All right, pub. All right. So see that, right? That's square on the kayak, okay? And you've got to remember this is going to sleeve into the top of these. I'll show you in a second what I mean. Right. Hello, Culp. Yeah, good, mate. We've already glued the bottom, Matthew. I'll show you. So basically, this is how it's going to sit on the back of the kayak like that, right? That's how it's going to sit on the kayak. Okay, but obviously we're going to have to get it square, right? And then this is going to go on here, like so, right? And then that's going to go in here, and then that's going to be the standing part under the kayak there, facing this way. And I've got a little one coming out here. So basically that's the back of it, which keys into the bottom. That'll have two 60mm stainless steel, oh God, like nylock nuts as well. Right, now, this is the tough part. All right, no worries, mate. How'd your fishing go? Or are you going tomorrow? All right. Now, then this is going to go you know what? Right. Yeah, this is the bit that I need to get straight, Frady. So this is what I'll do. I'll put this down on the ground like this, right, like you said, to get it straight. Okay, and then I need to get it flush with the kayak later. So that's going to be the system. Like that. And this grade 3 PVC pipe is a lot lighter duty than the grade 9 that they made a mistake with. Right. And you know what? You know what, people? Congratulations, DJ ESP, mate. That's what it's about, bud. Well done, mate. So that's all plumb now and straight. Because this one goes down, I think, 5 mil lower than this one. So that's why I've just got to try and get that done now. That'll be the last one that we do. Yep. That's going to be the last one that we do because, yeah, this is going to be the last one that we do because when we do this one, right, we want everything to be, you know, we want everything to be, right, so there's a little bit of a lean this way, so I'm going to have to tilt it up slightly that way, but that's all right, we'll figure it out. Oh, I'm not gonna have accessory rails, Maddie, because what I've got to do is I've got to utilise this area here, so I've got a plan for here that's going to be using these, but I'm not going to use accessory rails. Yeah, I can't because I've got to be careful with water and that sort of stuff. So, you know, now what I'm going to do is this. I'm actually going to do a bit of a cheat mode here, fam. Right? Yeah, I'm going to do a bit of a cheat mode. So see these, right? With these 50mm pipes, what it is, you've got sleeves that go over them like that. That are indestructible, right? And so what we'll do, right, is we'll, what I'll do is, I'll actually only glue 1/2 of it. Then it doesn't matter if I don't get it right because I'll still be able to like manipulate it. See there, right? And then that way, what I can do is no, what have I done there? Nope. Hang on. We need to make that consistent. No. Right, I've put that in wrong. Let's do that. Like that. And do that like that. Yeah, that's exactly right. So, and then the good thing about this is what we can do, right, is if I only glue 1/2 of that and leave the other one free, that frees me up to be able to put that into any position that we need. So, if I just take that off there, Right. So what I need to do with that side, what did I do on here? Right. That's exactly how I had it. Okay, so glue that into there and then screw that into here. Okay. Hello, darling. What have you been doing? You've been cheeky again. Hey, Phoebe? What are you doing? You coming out to check that I'm doing everything properly? Right. Okay, that's going to work. Righto, you go back inside because this stuff smells, alright? Go on. Ah, come on, go back inside. Good girl, go back inside, come on. Right. And then like that. Actually, we'll just chuck that on there. Right, we'll do 1/2 in here. Go inside. What are you doing? Go inside, go on. Get inside. No, get inside. Don't you start telling me off either. Right, like that. That's good, like that. Excuse me for a second. That can go out in the trailer later. Don't smell that. That gives us a bit of insurance. Go back inside, please. Rightio, so that's good there. What we're going to do is glue those in like that. So they will actually be solid, but these won't be. They'll be able to sleeve in on there. Right, so it doesn't matter how I glue that. Right, it doesn't matter how I glue that. Great, that's good. Now, that's going to go in there like that. Okay, that's on the wrong side. Right, hang on. Nope. Right, that's got to go in there, like that. I'm missing one. Whew, lucky I picked that up. That goes in there, like that. That goes in there like that. Right, better. Beautiful. Whew. It's a bit close. Hang on. Oh dear, what have I done there? Yeah, it's not as heavy as the other one, Culp, so it's all good, mate. Oh, come on, get off there. That's the one that I needed to take off from before, I think. Okay. So that goes in there, like that. Yep. That's right, I was one short. Bugger. Hang on a minute, how am I going to do this again? Back to this one. Right. So that's exactly the same length as that. Good. Right. So good, that goes in there. Like that. That way we allow for that like that. Good. That one goes in here because it's wider. Yeah, we'll just let that drop for a second. And that one no, like that. And that one goes in there like that. Right, that's the one. Okay. A little bit of PVC Lexi there, people. Right. But I need to have that up a bit. And then that way, when I press that in, because this is going to sit this way where it anchors there, and then that's going to come back here. So, right. And what I might do, whoops, is I might just let everything set, okay? I might just let everything set, okay? And what time is it now? Hey, COG No Mercy, how are you? We're just building a bimini for the kayak, but that's for the front of it, okay? That's actually right. So, what I might do, I'm just going to let everything set. Oh, now it's 5:30. All right, people, I'll finish everything off, right? and I'll throw out a quick raid, and then that way, yeah, it's dinner time. I sort of got ahead of myself there. All right, thank you to everyone that's watching on both platforms. Right. Hey there, Ethu. How are you, mate? Welcome, mate. Thank you very, very much for tuning in, everyone. What we'll do is we'll finish everything tomorrow, okay? We'll just finish everything tomorrow, and then that way, go and have a bit of dinner, nice and steady, right, and away we go. And now tomorrow at lunchtime, people, we've got our special customs PUBG tournament, right? Okay, we'll just throw a raid across. Thank you very much for tuning in. We'll finish everything off tomorrow, right? And we'll just take it from there. So when you go into Killy's stream, ask him about tomorrow's customs, all right? Thanks. Oh, thanks, Matt. And look, everyone that's still watching on YouTube, thanks for sticking around. I really appreciate the fact you've given up your time to watch. We can't do raids on the YouTube channel, so I'll finish this off tomorrow, okay? Everybody have a good one. See ya. Hey, Jai, how are you, bud? Yeah, we're going to come back and finish all this tomorrow. Jai, sorry, mate. Thanks for coming in.